This is your daily market review for Wednesday, February 21st, 2024. Let's go. Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well. This is Dan Max at eXp Realty, aka the Trading Agent, and this is your daily market review for Wednesday, February 21st, 2023. Hopefully you're having a great day, great week. And let's get into it. So we know the market's typically bearish this time of the year, middle of February, as we talked about getting into what you consider, I don't know, the middle, late part of February. Again, if you got the Stock Traders Almanac, like we recommend on our website, you will enjoy reading it. It's very important to check this out. Again, it's not always right, but it's important. Either way, at this point, we know that there is some pullback after big moves up. We talked about straight line moves being dangerous. We talked about a lot of things. And in general, at this point, please be careful. Please be careful. I think a lot of folks have in their mind assumptions that we have to go down in a straight line, we have to go up in a straight line. What if we just pull back, chop for a little bit? Again, we'll see what the data says, but based on some of the earnings lately, I mean, it's been absolutely horrific, some of them. And then, again, some get marked up with no growth. So just be careful. We know Tommy Tuberville and the Congress crew are unloading at a rapid pace. What do they know that everyone else isn't knowing? Again, market is meant to take the most amount of money from the most amount of people. Keep that in mind. If you're new to the channel, check out the Discord room, a link in the description below. I appreciate all the love, support, generous donations. Check out the tradingagent.com. Updated, looking fresh, looking clean. Daily reviews are on there. If you have any questions, you want to reach out, use the Calendly links and pop that sucker right up. Bing! There you go. Hit me up. We'll chat anytime. Also, follow on Twitter. Posting a lot of charts, keeping people informed of what's going on. Yeah, exactly. Consensus. A lot going on, folks. So if you have any questions, follow on Twitter as well. New to the channel, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, do live chats. I don't know. I've been doing on average 3 to 4, I don't know, every week. I don't know, maybe 2 or 3. I don't know, 10 a month maybe. So whatever. Either way, also check out the Back to Basics series. That's also on the website. Get your education for free. Let's jump into it. Okay, we know the CME watch tool bond auction today. Not good. Not good. Updating this again. Odds of a cut or hike. No, not there. Bitcoin, as we told, zoom out when in doubt. Just always like to refresh this. Sometimes get stuck. Like you've got to hold. I mean, this upper bound. I mean, you clearly see a multi-day range around 50,690. But this is where we talked about you're going to chop up here. So take a little profit. If you didn't, well, you're hoping for the moon. And if the moon comes, I wish you luck. And if it pulls back, you're going to be kicking your teeth. No, probably not kicking your teeth, but you're going to kick in yourself. And so the reality is that's why the more you're up, the less you own, meaning you can trade around your positions. Nothing goes up in a straight line. People start to realize that once they realize Bitcoin is rather technical. Again, max upside, I think near term would be that channel high. If not, we'll see. Oil. Choppy. I want to get into natural gas. Natty gas. We talked about it. Low downside, big risk is to the what? Upside. Look at the volume and moving up, holding spots. Just keep it in mind. Just be careful. Watch these levels. Again, if you traded UNG, KOLD, we talked about watching for multi-day range and chop. You got paid today. Dollars, we talked about overbought. Pulling back, watch the 20-day. Nothing rocket science there. TLT, again, we talked about the bond auction being not so hot. You better hold on today. Just keep it simple, stupid. VIX. Check this out, right? Attempting to break out. We'll see. Again, this is what's so hard about this action. It's like day to day. I mean, pretend this is like a 10-minute chart. You wouldn't be freaking out. You're just like, okay, whatever. It's all good. Well, here you go. Not so much, right? Vixen. Chop. Vivix chopping around. Chop. Looks like after hours. Who was? I'm trying to give me 2 seconds. I'm curious who had earnings. Did I miss? Is it Nvidia? Okay, that's what I thought. I thought it was today. For some reason, I thought it was tomorrow. Cool. We rallied into that. Glad we'll get a chance to see that here shortly. And again, here's the numbers. Of course, yeah, of course. Everyone knows. Again, is it priced in? That's the thing. Got to keep in mind. Is it priced in? Okay. Again, Vivix, be careful, right? I mean, when we look at all this stuff, you're like, well, what does this mean, Dan? Again, the bottom is in. It feels like in the VIX. That's all I can say there. All right. Let's get in the index. SPY held up pretty well. I mean, at the end of the day, got bought. Holt said, watch the 20-day. So far, so good for bulls. QQQ, this is where it's a little sneakier. I mean, do we pop up tomorrow and touch that 20-day and the channel back trend? That would be epic for a short IWM. Again, especially with tight stops. Again, if you want to day trade again, if you didn't get the highs, you've got to be looking for bounces to short with tight stops. Again, IWM, 20-day, hold the phone. DIA high, DIA low, 20-day, same thing. Gold, as we've said, kind of a broken record. Just going nowhere. Going nowhere fast. Just be careful. Just be careful. Just be careful. Don't know. Silver, chop, fizz, what a relief it is. I mean, it's hard to trust gold. Anything, miners, Bitcoin, to really break out, make new highs, scream to new all-time highs, if what? The Feds haven't pivoted and aren't just dumping liquidity into the market. GDX, as we talked about, if you study the past, the monthly, I told you these things get burned. We talked about them being oversold. Not surprised, but I wouldn't touch them with the 10-foot pole. GDX, same thing. GDXJ. I mean, if gold's about to break out, why do the miners look like crapola? Some people go, oh, they're buying opportunities. Well, again, if you study the past, the best time to buy them is when the Feds pivot. We haven't seen the Fed pivot yet. AEM, nice little bounce. AG, same thing. You expect these to bounce a little bit, but some of these just, they can gain it off the floor. Like Newmont, this thing, if gold's strong, why is Newmont at like multi-year lows? And again, we talked about the why. If you need to go watch old videos, drop a comment below. I'll gladly share with you. PAAS, same thing. All right, so here we go. Semis. Let's look at after hours. Taiwan semis 128. Cool. I mean, again, it's broken in and out of this channel here. Any pop, in my opinion, look for reference points. If you want to know them exactly, again, probably this gap fill would be the easiest. If you get there, great. If you don't fill a gap, it says a lot. Macron, right? Here you go. Check it out. What do you think? It's dead cat bounce. Yeah, we talked about this. I mean, it's making lower lows, lower highs. I mean, it looks like a downtrend. AMD, we talked about having to hold the 163. Ooh, after hours up at 169. Okay, we'll see what happens here. Again, not surprised Nvidia blew it out. Like, who didn't expect this? After hours back at 719. Look where that is, folks. And again, that's at 719. I'd be watching for the gap fill or anywhere up at 740s. Simple, stupid. Again, this is why you also don't short or buy in front of the earnings. You don't know. You don't know the reactions. So just be careful. Intel, this thing is a dumper. We talked about this thing. It's already topped. Just let it play out. SMH, if you bought Soxus down by the 4s, you're loving it. Holding the 20-day. Again, are you surprised it didn't rally somewhat? I mean, we talked about Nvidia's earnings, waiting for it. I apologize, I didn't remember it was today, like ghost brained. But either way, talked about short-term oversold, choppiness. Now this is behind us. Let's see. Pop, then what? Keep that in mind. Adobe, 200-day. This is, again, been a washout. Apple trying to hold the channel lows, the 200-day area. Keep an eye on this in the low 180s. Amazon, Bezos can't sell fast enough. And people say it's tax reasons. Again, does he really need $8 billion for tax reasons? We'll see. Again, you'll only know later. Maybe he's selling because he doesn't see a bright future. Meta, as we said, chopping around. Had a big whopping 50-cent dividend today. Watch the 450s. CRM, this thing was riding the lightning, as we call it, like riding the upper channel bound. Choppy, sloppy. They got earnings coming up, so I don't know. Not feeling too strong about it. Guggenheim, here we go. Lagging, right? I mean, day to day, it's tough to know, right? Microsoft, we talked about 20-day broke. See why we're kind of a little concerned about the market. NDAQ, here you go. Chopping around. Love this thing for sure, long term. MicroStrategies, we talked about taking profits in the 800 area. If you did, you were loving it. Talked about dropping 8, 10-day. I mean, you're in this area. I struggle with this one because it's wide and loose. So you've got to pick and choose your moments. Well, please be careful. Excuse-moi. Netflix, we talked about this pop and chop and just watching. Look at this tight action here. I mean, it's tough to know when it's going to break, but I feel like it's going to break. Feels like a fake breakout. Good old Roblox, right? 20-day. I mean, this thing is just can't get over 47. Tesla all over the place. Again, talked about taking profits last week is the easiest thing. Now it's chopping around. Could it fill the gap? I mean, it's always possible. But here's the thing, right? it's a dead cat bounce. We know that. It's reloading my best guess is reloading to go either nowhere or just play the sideways chop game, which if it is, you're going to hate your life for owning it. You're just absolutely going to hate it. Airbnb breaks out, pulls back. Costco, what is it doing? Chopping at the highs. This one's been strong. Starbucks, look at that. Nice little pop today. When you zoom out, you go, man, this is what I worry about, like Tesla. You just get caught in this chop zone and you're like, oh, I'll just buy it, and it goes nowhere. And so if you're trading it, that's cool. If you're not, don't. Just leave it alone. FedEx making new lows, but last couple days chopping around. I mean, nothing's consequential. I mean, this is not something you see if the market's strong. Caterpillar, however, broke out, goes nuts on earnings, and since then it's been flat. We talk about good old Nucor chopping around. Keep an eye on it. Again, if it's going to break out 190, it's got to go. Good old X, let it X. Nothing. I mean, it's going to get bought out. It's just whether it's Nippon Steel. That's all. VALE, chopping at the lows. Global growth name, just dead money. I mean, at some point, these names make sense. I just don't want to be early. I want to wait for the Feds. The pivot, Arrow, same kind of thing. Got smoked, chopping around. I mean, this is a smaller cap. So could it be a buyout target? I mean, that's the thing. I wouldn't be shorting these names. I would just be letting them play out. CCJ, so again, we talked about uranium leading. Oof. Wow. Okay. You try it. It went below. It rallied back. So again, so far, it's a hold. Let's see if it continues, right? CF, chop, chop. Mosaic, chop, chop. I mean, it's the same thing. Again, I just keep an eye on these for everybody so that if something changes, we'll notice it. NTR, chop, chop. AA. Nice little bounce today, right? But when you zoom out, you don't really see anything. XLF, close at the high of the day. Again, giving you so many gifts. People are like, has to destroy now. Okay. Again, banks aren't doing well. Mortgage brokers laying off. Banks aren't writing debt. It's just a scary time right now. And then again, it's the best time to buy. If you're looking at real estate, hit me up. If you're looking to buy, sell, do anything. I'm telling you, it's well worth it. Let me find you an agent at worst. Do not go with Uncle Bobby, Uncle freaking Danny, Johnny, Bobby, Jerry, whatever. XLF, back to it. Looks interesting up here again. I mean, just define your risk. Define your risk. JP Mo, chopping. Morgan Stanley's been a dog. Just going nowhere, holding the 200-day. Bank of America, chop, chop, fizz, fizz. What a relief it is. I mean, it's just chopping. Goldman Sachs. Just chopping. Good luck. Carry, we talked about the trash floats last. Look at this up move in the market. And then the carry kind of tries to pop. Showing you a whole lot of nothing. XBI, same kind of thing, right? Chop, chop. Chop, chop at the highs. Now people say, well, it looks bullish. And it's like, yeah, if you think so. But you zoom out and you go, well, it's really got to get over that area if you really want to trust it. And if it does, then maybe it does. Turn bullish. Solar, we talked about. Goodbye, right? TAN, down. Sedge had earnings. I mean, they're so bad. I posted them. So bad. Their earnings are just bad. I mean, their growth, cut in half. No end in sight. But people want to buy it, I guess. Whatever. It's over. I mean, they look at the chart and they go, it's down so much. It can only go higher. And then it's like, check out the Peloton chart and some of these other names. Like, once they go, they're done. And solar, again, is it really the best renewable in the future? Again, picking the winners. Like, you need oil and gas at significantly higher prices to justify it, right? You're not there, especially natty gas. For solar, chop, chop. HYG, again, I'm amazed at anybody literally willing to buy corporate debt at this point. You got to be crazy. Oil, you're welcome. Chop, chop, leave it alone. UNG, high five. Look at that. Solid up, what was it? 12.5%. Solid if you bought down here in the 14s. Now your stop is 14s. Cold, we talked about waiting for multi-day ranges. Things a silly, sloppy, you know what? Goof. There you go. We said it decays, you win. Nice work. Congratulations. Absolutely killer trade. Killer. XOP, chopping around. Holding up pretty well. Got to give it credit. I was going to say, it made new highs, but chop, chop. It's tough. ExxonMobil, right? Holding lows again. Near term, not surprised. Again, it's one of those things. Like, I wouldn't short oil, gas, gold, miners, but wouldn't be surprised if they chopped, went nowhere. CVE, we talked about, nice pop up to the 100-day. It's got to get over the 100, 200-day, please. Valero, got to get over it, right? Chopping, we talked about these names, these gas names, took a little spill. Yes, was it 2 days ago? Yesterday, yep. Chopping, they're holding up pretty well. Oxy, again, Buffett loves this. Chopping, chop, chop, chop. It's a big, choppy, sloppy range. EQT, you mean up 10% today? It should be. Nat gas got a nice rally, but man, why were they selling at the close? It's really interesting. Keep an eye on it because, again, I think this stuff just kind of gets stuck. And then Flex LNG. Again, I like low natural gas prices because it will get more long-term exporting of this natural gas. And then again, if you notice, Congress is loading the boat. So again, if you have any questions, please absolutely reach out. Do not hesitate. Use the Calendly link. Let's connect. If I can help you in anything real estate related, please let me know. It's free, 30-minute chat. I will offer it to anybody because, again, people say, well, shouldn't you value your time? I do. And again, let's find a way so that I can help you out. We can build a business, do whatever you need to do. It's really important, folks. So I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Great support. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to pick up your mouse, place the click schedule button. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers. Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, stop by the Discord room. A link is in the description below. Also, if you'd like to help support more free content, the PayPal link is in the description as well. I appreciate your continued support of the channel.